Hello, my dear friends, welcome back. It's lovely to connect with you again today. As we journey through our golden years, past that wonderful milestone of 70, our focus on health often takes on a deeper significance. We appreciate the vitality we have and wisely consider how best to nurture our bodies to continue living fulfilling and energetic lives. It's a time for wisdom, reflection, and gentle care. And today I want to focus our attention on a quiet hero inside all of us, an organ that works tirelessly for our well-being, often without us even noticing. I'm talking about your liver. The liver is truly remarkable. It's like the body's main processing plant and detoxifier. It filters our blood, removes toxins, helps with digestion by producing bile, stores energy, makes proteins essential for blood clotting and immunity, and plays a role in regulating hormones. It's involved in so many vital functions, keeping our complex system running smoothly. And like any hard-working organ, it needs care, support, and time to rest and repair. For those of us over 70, nurturing our liver becomes even more important. Our body's processes can slow down a little, making us potentially more susceptible to the effects of toxins or poor habits. A healthy liver contributes significantly to our overall energy levels, our ability to fight off infections, the clarity of our minds, and even the health of our skin. It's a cornerstone of vitality in later life. But sometimes, without realizing it, we might have certain habits, especially in the quiet hours of the evening or night, that could be subtly putting a strain on our liver, perhaps even quietly stealing away some of its optimal function over time. Have you ever stopped to think about what happens in your body while you're winding down or sleeping? What if some of our seemingly innocent nighttime routines were actually making this crucial organ's job harder? Today we're going to shine a light on 7 such night habits. It's not about making you feel guilty or worried, but about providing information and gentle guidance. By understanding these potential lurkers in our evenings, we can make simple adjustments that can make a world of difference in supporting our liver health. Think of this as a friendly chat, a way to gain insight into how you can better care for your body's silent workhorse. We'll go through each habit one by one, understand why it might be harmful, and explore some kinder alternatives. So let's get comfortable and talk about how to protect our precious liver, starting tonight. Let's dive right into the first habit that might be doing your liver a disservice after 70. Habit 1. Staying up late, binge-watching shows or chatting. In today's world, with endless entertainment at our fingertips, streaming services, social media, video calls with family across different time zones, it's easier than ever to let the hours slip away in the evening. One more episode, one more scroll, one more message. Suddenly the clock strikes midnight or even later, and you're still wide awake. This habit of consistently staying up late, or ao ye as it's often called, might seem harmless, just a little indulgence. But for your liver, it can be a significant burden. Sleep is a critical time for the body to perform essential repair and detoxification processes. Your liver is particularly active during sleep, cleaning up waste products and regenerating its own cells. When you cut your sleep short or disrupt your natural sleep-wake cycle, you're robbing your liver of this crucial repair time. Think of it like asking a factory to run 24/7 without maintenance. Eventually, things start to break down. Furthermore, late-night activities often involve exposure to bright lights, especially blue light from screens, which suppresses the production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. Disrupted hormone balance puts additional stress on the body, and the liver is heavily involved in hormone metabolism. Chronic sleep deprivation caused by staying up late can also contribute to inflammation and oxidative stress throughout the body, conditions that are known to be detrimental to liver health over the long term. Perhaps you know someone, maybe a relative or even yourself, who just loves staying up late. They might say they're night owls or that they don't need much sleep, but consistently getting less than the recommended 7-8 hours of quality sleep, especially as we age, impacts more than just feeling tired the next day. It affects fundamental bodily functions, including the liver's ability to recover and function optimally. Instead of getting caught in the cycle of late-night entertainment or conversations, try to establish a consistent bedtime. Aim to wind down in the hour or two before you plan to sleep. This could involve reading a physical book, listening to calming music, doing some gentle stretching, or simply sitting quietly and reflecting. Signal to your body and your liver that it's time for rest and repair. Your liver will thank you for the dedicated time it needs to do its vital work overnight. Habit 2. Having a nightcap or drinking excessively before bed alcohol. It's a social lubricant for many, sometimes seen as a way to relax or unwind before sleep. Maybe it's a glass of wine, a bit of liquor or beer. For older adults, the effects of alcohol can be more pronounced due to changes in metabolism and body composition. And when it comes to your liver, alcohol is a direct challenge. The liver is the primary organ responsible for metabolizing alcohol. It breaks down alcohol into less harmful substances so they can be removed from the body. This is a demanding process. When you drink alcohol, especially in significant amounts or right before bed, you are forcing your liver to work hard, metabolizing the alcohol precisely when it should be focusing on other vital nighttime tasks like detoxification and regeneration. For an aging liver, which might already have accumulated some wear and tear over the years, this extra metabolic burden can be particularly damaging. Chronic alcohol consumption, even seemingly moderate amounts over a long period, can lead to various forms of liver disease, from fatty liver to more severe conditions like alcoholic hepatitis or cirrhosis. Drinking alcohol before sleep not only stresses the liver, but also disrupts sleep patterns, leading to less restorative sleep, again robbing the liver of its repair time. I've heard stories, and perhaps you have too, of folks who used alcohol as a way to wind down in the evening, thinking it helped them sleep. While alcohol might make you feel drowsy initially, it actually disrupts the later, more critical stages of sleep, leading to fragmented rest. And the metabolic work it demands from your liver overnight is counterproductive to health. If alcohol is part of your evening routine, consider reducing the amount or frequency, especially close to bedtime. Ideally, avoiding alcohol altogether is best for liver health. If you enjoy an evening drink, perhaps have it much earlier in the evening, giving your liver more time to process it before sleep. Explore non-alcoholic alternatives that truly help you relax, like a warm herbal tea, a relaxing bath, or a quiet conversation. Protecting your liver from the burden of metabolizing alcohol late at night is a direct way to support its longevity and function. Habit 3. Eating heavy, greasy, spicy, or salty food before sleeping. Many of us enjoy a good meal in the evening. It's a time to gather, share stories, and nourish ourselves, but the type of food we eat and when we eat it can significantly impact our liver's workload overnight. Consuming heavy, greasy, excessively spicy, or overly salty meals right before going to bed is another common kitchen lurker that can steal your liver's precious rest time. Digestive processes require energy and involve several organs, including the liver, which produces bile to break down fats and processes absorbed nutrients. A large, rich meal, high in unhealthy fats, processed carbohydrates, or excessive sodium, puts a heavy burden on your digestive system. Eating such a meal late at night means these organs, including the liver, have to work hard metabolizing and processing everything right when your body is trying to shift into rest and repair mode. High-fat meals are particularly demanding, requiring the liver to produce and secrete more bile and process more lipids. Excess sodium can lead to fluid retention and potentially impact blood pressure, indirectly affecting the stress on your vascular system, which connects closely with liver health. Spicy foods can cause digestive discomfort and potentially inflammation. Think about that feeling after a large, rich meal late in the evening. Indigestion, discomfort, maybe feeling too full to relax properly. Your body feels like it's still working when you try to sleep, because it is. This metabolic activity interferes with the rest and repair cycles that are crucial for liver regeneration overnight. Instead of a heavy late dinner, aim for a lighter, balanced meal earlier in the evening, ideally at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Focus on easily digestible foods, lean protein, plenty of vegetables, and complex carbohydrates in moderation. If you feel hungry closer to bedtime, opt for a very small light snack like a few nuts, a small piece of fruit, or a cup of yogurt. Giving your digestive system and liver a break during the night allows them to focus on essential maintenance work, rather than being bogged down by a demanding processing job. Habit 4. Excessive use of electronic devices before bed. In our connected world, screens are everywhere: smartphones, tablets, laptops, TVs. It's so easy to get lost browsing or watching on these devices while tucked in bed, isn't it? But this seemingly innocent habit, especially the use of devices emitting blue light, can have cascading negative effects on your body, including indirectly impacting your liver's health overnight. The primary concern here is the effect of blue light on your body's production of melatonin. Melatonin is often called the sleep hormone because it signals to your brain that it's time to wind down and prepare for sleep. Exposure to blue light, especially in the hours leading up to bedtime, suppresses melatonin production, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. As we've already discussed, disrupted sleep is detrimental to overall health and specifically impacts the liver's ability to perform its vital repair and detoxification functions overnight. When your sleep cycle is chronically out of sync, hormonal regulation is affected, which can stress the liver. Furthermore, some studies suggest that chronic sleep deprivation and exposure to light at night might even directly affect liver function and contribute to metabolic issues. Beyond the blue light, engaging with stimulating content, news, social media, exciting shows, can keep your mind active and stressed, making it difficult to transition into a restful state. This mental agitation can also indirectly disrupt the calm state needed for your body, including your liver, to prepare for and enter restorative sleep. Instead of scrolling or watching on screens in bed, establish a digital curfew at least an hour before your planned bedtime. Turn off your devices or switch them to a night mode that filters out blue light, though completely avoiding screens is better. Use this time for truly relaxing activities that promote sleep: reading a physical book under soft light, listening to a calming podcast or music, journaling, or practicing simple relaxation techniques like deep breathing. Giving your brain and body a break from electronic stimulation helps regulate your sleep hormones and prepares your system, including your hard-working liver, for a night of effective rest and repair. Habit 5. Having midnight snacks. Have you ever woken up feeling peckish in the middle of the night, or perhaps just developed a habit of getting up for a little something to eat before going back to sleep? Midnight snacking, while sometimes driven by genuine hunger, which might indicate other dietary needs during the day, can also be a habit that negatively impacts your liver's nighttime work. When you eat, especially foods containing carbohydrates or fats, your digestive system and metabolic organs, including the liver, become active. Your body has to process these incoming nutrients, regulate blood sugar, and store energy. Eating a snack late at night, particularly one high in sugar, processed carbs, or unhealthy fats, which are often the go-to choices for quick, comforting snacks, jolts your system out of its resting state. Your liver, which should be using this time for detoxification, repair, and metabolic regulation in a fasting state, is suddenly tasked with processing a new load of nutrients. This disrupts the natural overnight fasting period that is beneficial for liver health and metabolic balance. Frequent late-night eating can contribute to conditions like fatty liver disease, insulin resistance, and weight gain, all of which put additional strain on the liver over time. It's understandable why midnight snacking happens: boredom, stress, habit, or even genuine hunger if dinner was too early or insufficient. But making it a regular occurrence prevents your body from entering a state where it can focus on necessary overnight maintenance. To avoid the urge for midnight snacks, ensure you eat balanced meals during the day and have a satisfying dinner that keeps you feeling full until morning. If you consistently wake up hungry, evaluate your daytime eating patterns with a doctor or nutritionist. If it's purely habit or emotional eating, explore alternative coping mechanisms for stress or boredom in the evening that don't involve food. Keeping easily accessible unhealthy snacks out of the house can also be helpful. Allowing your body a proper fasting period overnight is a simple yet effective way to support your liver's function and overall metabolic health. Habit 6. Drinking large amounts of water. Right before bed, staying hydrated is absolutely crucial for overall health, and water is essential for countless bodily functions, including helping the kidneys filter waste, which indirectly supports the liver's detoxification efforts. We are constantly encouraged to drink enough water throughout the day. However, drinking a large volume of water, or any liquid, right before you go to sleep can be disruptive, and this disruption can have indirect negative effects on your liver. The primary issue with consuming large amounts of liquid right before bed is, quite simply, the need to urinate during the night. Waking up one or more times to go to the bathroom breaks your sleep cycle. As we've discussed with staying up late and screen time, disrupted and fragmented sleep prevents your body, including your liver, from getting the deep, restorative rest it needs to carry out essential repair, regeneration, and detoxification processes effectively. While drinking a little water if you're thirsty is fine, flooding your system with fluids right before sleep can lead to interrupted sleep, and it's this chronic sleep disruption that poses the indirect risk to your liver health over time. It's less about the water itself and more about the fragmented sleep it often causes. Instead of front-loading your hydration in the evening, focus on drinking adequate amounts of water consistently throughout the day. Sip water regularly from morning until late afternoon or early evening. This ensures you stay well hydrated without needing to consume large volumes right before bed. If you feel thirsty close to bedtime, just take a few sips, not a large glass. Prioritizing quality, uninterrupted sleep by managing your fluid intake in the hours before bed is another gentle way to support your liver's vital overnight work. Habit 7. Sleeping with your head completely covered by blankets. This last habit might sound a little unusual, but it's worth considering for its potential impact on your sleep environment and, indirectly, your body's ability to rest and repair optimally, including the liver. Pulling the covers completely over your head while sleeping might feel cozy and secure, especially on a chilly night. However, this habit creates a small microenvironment with restricted airflow. When you sleep with your head under the covers, you are breathing in air that is becoming progressively warmer, potentially more humid, and, most importantly, has a higher concentration of carbon dioxide, CO2, and a lower concentration of oxygen than the surrounding room air. Essentially, you're rebreathing some of the air you've just exhaled. While this might not be a significant issue for brief periods or in well-ventilated rooms, doing it consistently throughout the night means your body might not be getting as much fresh oxygen as it ideally needs for optimal function during sleep. Adequate oxygen supply is crucial for all cellular processes, including the detoxification and repair mechanisms that the liver undertakes overnight. A slightly reduced oxygen environment could potentially add a subtle layer of stress to the body's systems. Furthermore, the buildup of CO2 can affect sleep quality, potentially leading to more restless or less deep sleep. And again, poor quality sleep directly impacts the liver's ability to perform its restorative functions. The stuffy, less oxygenated environment isn't conducive to the deep, restful state that is most beneficial for your body's overnight repair crew, including your liver. Instead of covering your head, ensure your bedroom is at a comfortable temperature and that you have adequate but not excessive blankets. If you're concerned about cold air, wear warm sleepwear or use an extra blanket over your body, leaving your head uncovered. Ensuring good ventilation in your bedroom, perhaps keeping a window slightly ajar if safe and comfortable, or using an air purifier, provides a consistent supply of fresh air throughout the night, supporting optimal oxygen levels for your body's restorative processes. My dear friends, we've journeyed through 7 common night habits that, often unknowingly, can place a burden on our liver, especially as we navigate life past 70. We've talked about the effects of staying up late, drinking alcohol before bed, eating heavy meals late, excessive screen time, midnight snacking, drinking large amounts of water right before bed, and even sleeping with our heads covered. It might seem like a lot to consider, and perhaps some of these are habits you recognize in yourself or loved ones. Please remember, the intention here is not to create anxiety, but to offer knowledge and empower you. Your liver is incredibly resilient, but it benefits immensely from your conscious choices. By understanding these potential challenges, you are already taking the first step towards better care. Protecting your liver, this vital engine of detoxification and metabolism, is a powerful way to safeguard your energy, clarity, and overall well-being in the years ahead. Small, consistent changes truly can make a significant difference. Could you try going to bed just 30 minutes earlier tonight? Could you swap that late-night snack for a relaxing activity? Could you ensure your last drink of the evening is earlier and perhaps choose water or herbal tea instead? Could you put your phone away an hour before sleep and enjoy a quiet read? Could you check your dinner timing and content? Could you manage your evening fluid intake and ensure your head is uncovered while you sleep? This isn't about drastic overnight transformations, but about gentle, sustainable adjustments. Choose one habit from the list that resonates most with you and see if you can make a small change starting tonight. Observe how your body feels, how your sleep improves, and trust that you are actively supporting your incredible liver in its tireless work. Taking care of your liver is taking care of your future vitality. It's an act of self-love and a commitment to enjoying your golden years with as much health and energy as possible. You are worth this care, and your body is worth this attention. I truly hope this conversation has been informative and perhaps even a little inspiring. Your well-being matters deeply. Please take some time to reflect on these habits and consider which small steps you might take towards healthier evenings. What are your thoughts on this topic? Did any of these habits surprise you? Please share your reflections and any tips you might have in the comments below. Your insights are so valuable to our community. If you found this discussion helpful, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Sharing it with friends or family who might also benefit from this information would be a wonderful thing to do. Thank you for spending this time with me, my dear friends. Take good care of yourselves and your precious livers. Until next time, continue living with wisdom, joy, and vibrant health. Goodbye for now.